Hey, Nicole.
Oh, hello.
How's it going, dear?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good deal. So tell me how things have been going with you.
They've been going. Uh, I'm just trying to work on getting our name out there again because when I was working at the post office, I did neglect people and I didn't commit to appointments. So I'm trying to work on that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because now that I quit the job, I want 100% on this holistic healing. I should have done that before, but with my job, it's just an excuse, I guess, for me, but it was holding me back.
Do you really think, hold on, sorry. Yeah, little pop-up. Let me remove all of these distractions so that we are here together. What I was going to ask was, do you really think that it was because you were working full time that you were neglecting people?
Part of it, but a lot of it was myself
Mm-hmm.
because I lacked the self confidence. I was doubting myself because I had a lot of people in my personal life that I know that would tell me or give me negative feedback, like, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing," or "You're that's not how you're supposed to do it." A lot of it was from like my mother. She's
Mm-hmm.
Catholic, so I let things get to me too much because I'm emotional or I use my feelings. So, oh crap, that scared me. So
Yeah. No, I get it. My
I've
mother,
just been working on that.
she upset me yesterday. Like, I get it.
On your
They
birthday.
on my birthday, and it's okay. Like, I know that they have the capacity to do that.
Yeah,
Oftentimes, though, that what I have to do in those instances is an element of detachment from my mother, but from this place of unending, unconditional love. Like, I love her so much. She gave me life. She gave you life. She gave us,
yeah,
they gave us the opportunity to fucking be here, right?
yep,
Like, and
yeah,
there is this element of feeling like we will never live up to deserve that or something,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Is that
yeah,
where you're at with yours?
yeah. It feels like no matter what I do, I'm not gonna meet their standards. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good enough for what they think I deserve, but they don't know me, so I'm getting what I deserve. That's why I want to do this, not the post office.
Right.
People just don't understand.
What if I told you though that you won't ever meet those standards? You won't. You will never live up to your mother's standards. Never.
Yeah, I know.
And that's actually probably a really good thing.
Yeah,
It's a good thing.
because
Like,
their standards are coming from their beliefs where they want
mm-hmm.
to see me,
Yeah.
but they don't control me. I control myself. I mean, I that's what like you said. They're coming from a place of compassion, like they're being a parent,
They're
basically.
doing the very fucking best
They're
that
doing their
they
job.
can. They are doing the
Yes.
best they can with what they have. And it's um it's this element of, I think that children who do really well in this world, like that go on to do incredible things, they don't ever get caught in the rut of needing to please
No.
mommy and daddy.
No.
The ones that do that, they don't ever do anything extraordinary. They stay in a safe zone. that doesn't ever test their limits. It never pushes them to any kind of breaking point of growth, because that's, in a strange way, mothers, they don't really want their children to grow away from them, you know?
That's so true.
They don't.
That is true because I'm going through it where I don't see it feels like I don't see my kids like I would like to. So I
Mm-hmm.
get that too. It's like I'm trying not to be in their face like my mom was, but like I want to be because it's like I'm their mother. It's like, it's you're torn between two things.
Yeah, absolutely. My daughter was hit by a car last week, and it nearly threw me into like this PTSD zone that I go into when I'm afraid for my children's safety. Um, I I nearly lost it on her. I'm getting better at not doing that, but there was this element of, I wanted to put, like, basically shackle her into her room where she could never leave and do such a thing again, you know? Like, there's this like
Yeah.
crazy that bubbles up in me whenever she is fierce, and whenever she takes risks, and whenever they don't work out, and she becomes hurt. And after much deliberation with her father, my husband, and many meditative walks and a lot of integrating, a lot of breathing, what we decided was we were really actually quite fucking proud of her despite being terrified, you know? Like,
Yeah.
really proud of her. Like, she is she's gunning it. She's like taking her life into her own hands. And she told me, like, I'm like, were you not like afraid that something would happen if you took that steep hill into oncoming traffic? Like, did that never
What
you cross
what
your
did she
mind?
say?
She's like, I really do believe that the universe loves me and has my back. I know that, like, she is so confident, Nicole. And
That's
it's like there's this element, like, we all have different parts of ourselves inside of ourselves, right? That there's this part of me that's like, no, you can't do that, and there's this other part that's like, I am so proud of you. You are incredible, and I wish that I had the confidence that you have at age 12. you know like, that's
yeah.
your mother is, she what if I told you that, like, a vast majority of the people that I've worked with that are incredibly successful at their business and their craft and their practice and their service, their mothers are not proud of them. Like, they are not ever going to live up to this like pedestal that, like, mothers have many different manipulative ways of talking about, oh, your cousins or your sibling or how good they're doing, that cross comparison to make you feel small, or their friends that they play bridge with, that they, their kids are doing this, that, and the other, and they just seem just fine. And I don't know why you can't, that these little things that they do, they're doing all of these things because they love us so much, and they actually want the best for us, or they wouldn't fucking care.
Yeah.
They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care what you were doing from Adam if they didn't love you, you know?
Yeah.
And I try to keep that in perspective, and it helps me to be able to be in the presence of my mother whenever I am able to reframe that. Never hold yourself to the standard that she is setting for you, because that's not the box you want to fit into,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's the only thing right now that I'm trying to, I guess, to work on is like stop giving a shit because I know it's for the best. She's doing it because she loves me, but don't take it so to heart.
Mm-hmm. How much of your mother do you see on a weekly basis?
Honestly, I have not been over there for I haven't seen her since before Christmas.
Good. Good.
So
That's good.
usually I usually just text her, or
Mhm.
that's how I get a hold of her because
Oh,
I'm
well,
not
that's
ready to go
exposure.
to
That's
her.
exposure. If you're
No.
texting with her, like that has the potential, that's energetic exchange. How often do you text her?
Let's see, maybe once or twice a week.
Okay.
And
Try
I
to
feel
whittle,
bad, but then again, it's not. I'm trying to like.
don't,
I don't want that
that's,
negative energy.
yeah, don't feel bad about that. In fact, what I was about to say, Nicole, try texting her less and see what happens. I had to do that. Like, I was in touch with my mom 3 to 5 times a week, especially when she had lung cancer and she needed me. Like, I was seeing her every day, going into the hospital and, managing that with my family life. It was a lot, like, and it takes us over. I'm curious what will happen. I have an inkling, an idea of what will happen. You will start to introspect more of an observation of your own doings and your own beingness. And that is not easy either. But right now
Yeah.
there is this magnifying glass of your mother's perspective over you, and it's shielding out your own. And in order to get to your own introspective revelation, it's really important that your mom take a back seat right now. And
Yeah.
it's not forever, but it might be for a while. Maybe like try like tapering down. Try texting her next week once. And then try, if you're feeling bold, don't text her one week. Or make it very short and sweet and let her know like I'm busy, but I love you and we'll talk later. Something very short and
Yeah.
sweet so that you can hop in there, hop out and not let it entangle you. So, you know?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get easier whenever we make that space for ourselves and remove our family who is like acting as an albatross around our neck. It doesn't get easier to
No.
navigate the high seas that you still have waiting for you. But like it becomes different and it becomes possible. Right now it's not. If
Yeah.
she's acting as that anchor, you're not going to be able to move forward. There is this element of like holding on to it because you feel like you must.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to, you're obligated. You feel shame if you don't.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mhm. That has to dissipate to move forward. And it's not to say to cut her out entirely. Like definitely call her for Mother's Day and tell her happy Mother's Day, things like that. Um
Yeah.
we love our mother and we want the best for them. And it would be great if they would be happy for us and support us. But
Hmm.
if they're not, you matter and you don't got to put up with that shit because you're an adult and you don't got to deal with that shit. It's
Yeah.
not on you. Your mother's state of peace of mind is not your responsibility. What is your responsibility?
Oh, my responsibility is to do what I feel what I feel called to do. That's to help others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like the only way I can help others is by doing what I'm doing, is trying to get this business going because like we have a holistic fair we're going to this weekend.
All right.
And I'm kind
Yeah.
of me and Rick are both conquering our fear of public speaking
Mm-hmm.
because we're both doing presentations. He's doing one on shamanic healing, and I'm doing one with awakening your soul through energy healing, meditation, and intuitive readings.
That's wonderful. That's
So hopefully it picks up to where we can get some clients coming in.
I would if I were you, this is a very exciting and potent time. The weekend is swiftly approaching. What are we at? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah. And so what are we doing to prepare for this? I have some suggestions. I'd like to hear where you're at and what you're doing to prepare in the most optimum way to put your best foot forward at this fair, Nicole.
Well, besides trying to not freak out about public speaking, um, I'm gonna meditate a lot today and tomorrow before Friday because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm just gonna try to detach from what's been bothering me, like with my mom and dad and my daughter, like with that stuff going on, and just I don't know. All I can do is pray and have faith in God that everything's gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
where
when you meditate, let me ask you this question. What is your process for meditating intentionally in this way to uh, kind of relinquish and dissipate your fear of public speaking?
usually I play frequency music. How do I like I like YouTube. Like YouTube, you can look up frequency music for all kinds of different things. So then I'll play the music and then just, meditate. Or a lot of times even moving meditation, like when I'm clean, a lot of times if I'm cleaning the house or doing dishes, like, and I'm listening to a certain playlist, there are certain songs that kind of, then I just zone out where like I'm still washing dishes, but I'm not here. I'm like in a different
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
And
good.
I just, I just ask for protection, guidance, and if I have to, I'll just ask for confirmation about things to make sure I'm on the right path. But when I talk to a normal person, like you and me aren't normal when it comes to talking about things, okay? When I talk to somebody that doesn't understand what we're talking about, they think I'm crazy.
You're saying when you talk to a muggle,
Yeah, a muggle.
a
That's the word
muggle.
I like to use.
That's
Oh,
my
I have
my word for those people. Yeah. Hey, Rick, how are you? How cool is
he said
that?
he's like, I'm gonna sneak in and do a photo bomb. Like, go for it.
Yay! I apologize. I don't have my chapstick. I have to put lipstick on to wet my lips. Good grief. It's so dry out here in Texas. Like we are aching for rain. Mm.
Oh, we're getting the opposite. We're getting a lot of rain.
Y'all are getting a gully washer? Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like a burn ban right now. Everything is going up in flames. It's scary.
oh my.
Mm. So tell
So
me, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
how is your daughter doing?
She's fine. She's just
Okay.
fine. She's back at school taking a big test today. And like she had maybe a day of aches and pains and like maybe 3 days of bruising and like her skin knee, but like she's 12. She bounces back like a volleyball, you know?
Yep.
She's,
Next
she
time, tell her use bubble wrap and a helmet. Wear protection. If
I
you're gonna
will,
go
right?
down a hill, I mean, I wish I
I
had her
know.
guts because that sounds like really a lot of fun. But
I
whew,
can't imagine. I would never in my life, even at age 12, she is such a daredevil, Nicole. I could never have brought myself to do the things that she wants to do. And I was
mhm.
gonna bring up that I used to be, if you can believe it, I used to be incredibly shy. And I used to be incredibly self-conscious about what people were thinking about me if I shared with them what my experiences were, especially right after my brother died and I started connecting with spirit on a very regular basis and I started receiving signs. And you can only imagine being my mom ain't Catholic. My mom is an atheist, or she
Oh.
believes she's an atheist. She actually has signs all the time that she now shares with me. She never used to do that.
She's
But
coming around.
right. And she is like one of my diehard supporters on social media now. She's like so proud of me. She doesn't understand what the fuck I do. She has no idea what I do, but there is this element of what unwavering confidence in what it is that you do. It has an effect. It packs a
Hmm.
punch, and it has this impact on your loved ones that you wouldn't expect it would. I've had people from my high school, like, I was the weird girl that would eat her lunch in
Me
the
too.
bathroom. Yeah, like I
Okay, I
didn't.
didn't go that far. I wanted to. If I had to, I'd go in the bathroom because I was just like you. I was really shy. I didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
talk to nobody. I had maybe two or three friends, and they didn't even know me because I was like, still, I get want to share information with you because you might think I'm weird.
Right.
Yeah,
No, you feel safe with me. I get it. And you don't feel
yeah.
that with other people who don't know what you're talking about. Keep in mind,
Hmm.
um, they are allowed to think and to feel and to believe whatever the fuck they want to about you. Because you know what? It ain't
Yep.
your business what they think about you. It's your
Because
business.
because I
Mm-hmm.
need to learn not to give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the language. I had
No,
to throw
no.
that in there.
No, I'm cursing like a sailor today. I don't know what my dealio is. But
You're
no,
releasing.
it's, it's this element of you have to be so this business, this industry is unrelentingly unapologetic about shooting people down that don't believe in themselves.
Yep.
And if you don't believe enough in what you're doing to like elevate your message above the trite little opinions of people that don't know what they're talking about, or don't know who you are and what you stand for, if you're not able to elevate yourself above that fray, like, you're not going to make it, Nicole. I'm going to be
Mm-mm.
perfectly honest with you on that front. And
Yep.
that is a hard pill to swallow. And it was hard for me. I used to be so terrified of not only what my mother and people from my high school thought about me and people in my community here. Like, I tried to keep it all hidden and secret because it's like, I live in the deep south of Texas where everyone's like Christian, and either
Yeah.
people in my life were either like super, super Christian or they were atheist. And what I do and what I resonate with and where I'm called to go is a path very rarely traveled by any of them. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what happened. Mm. What happened after I finally just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing me, and I don't care if I'm just talking to the wall.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about what I need to talk about, because if nothing else, I need it to have an expression on the external of me. It can't only exist inside of me. It has to have an external expression. It has to take on a life of its own. And wherever that goes, that's actually not my business either. It's my business to show up in this service to myself, if to no one else. If no one's
Yep.
listening, that really has nothing to do with me or my message. And if people are listening and they're like, ugh, what's she talking about? Who the fuck does she think she is? None of that actually happened. And when it did, what I was able to do at that juncture, Nicole, and I know you'll be able to do this too because you're incredibly intuitive and you're incredibly connected. And You have a deep well of wisdom to draw from. But people start coming out of the woodwork. People from my high school were like I am delivering a human design one-to-one reading in person to a girl I went to college with. And I had
That's pretty
no
cool,
idea
though.
she was into that. Yeah. Like it's like, wow, I've never done this. I've always worked with people in on virtually, you know? And for me, it was like I got over that hump, that the the fear of speaking and the fear of expressing behind a computer screen. It dissipated pretty quickly. But now I have to face this whole new fear of being in person with her in a coffee shop to do the same thing. That's a very different thing, you know?
Yeah.
It there will always be these hurdles for us to hop over, but we do
Yep.
have to face them fearlessly. And I mean, I'm curious, are you
Yep.
excited? Are you
I
excited
am
about
very.
this?
I'm
Yeah.
excited, but I probably don't look excited because I'm still. I wrote the web down. I'm trying to for the detachment of certain people, but I am very excited because I know I am confident. I know me and Rick can both do this.
Yeah.
So that's why it just
Y'all
hurts.
can
It
do this
hurts
with your
me.
fucking eyes closed, Nicole. You and Rick can do this with your eyes
Yes.
closed. You don't, and here's what you're doing. What you have is a blank sheet of paper. This weekend at this fair is a blank sheet of paper. Your family, your naysaying family that's like trying to drag you back down into the mucky muck, they don't get any space on your pristine and pure white sheet of paper. Okay, this
No.
white sheet of paper, you can write down as much or as little as you please. And this is a metaphor. I wouldn't recommend writing anything down and reading in front of people. Maybe have like bullet points that you can like glance at, but then connect. Connect with
Okay.
people in the audience. That it's all in the energy of connecting with your energy and what it is that you're bringing to the table. It's not about the information. No one is there for your information, Nicole. It might seem like it,
Yeah,
and
they want.
you're going to give them a presentation. You're going to have like a point A and a point B, and you're going to kind of map out the middle in your mind's eye field of vision, right? And I
Yeah.
definitely recommend, like, do you have how long is your presentation?
Um. Well, see, that's I haven't even had time to practice it because I've been like going nuts in my head. So I'm gonna practice this later. It's supposed to be.
Did they
Uh,
give you a time slot? Like an
they
amount of
didn't,
time?
but we were supposed to go to another metaphysical fair on the the 15th, and that lady we learned a lesson, but she didn't pay the venue, so we're still waiting to get a refund, which we won't get. But I was supposed to do this 45-minute presentation, so I wrote this for that
Okay,
because
good.
a lot of it is like bringing the audience in because a lot of it is like for intuitive readings, I was going to do like a short breathing exercise where they could ask their higher self a question, like so they can
Yeah.
confirm something. And I was going to do like a grounding meditation at the end to ground everybody. So it'd probably
So
be about 45 minutes.
that's wonderful. So people are coming to this fair because they are interested.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is not a cold audience. You're not
No.
walking into a shopping mall and just shouting for whoever cares about whatever it is you're saying. This is a metaphysically interested audience. And
Yep.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Speak to that. It's always important to speak to the audience that you're speaking to. Don't change your message. Don't change who you are. I made that mistake a few times. You are who you are, and there's doesn't matter which audience that you're in front of, like you aren't changing it for anyone, just like you're not changing for your family. but know who it is you're speaking to and speak to them. Do you see the
Yep.
difference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want to feel their energy and I want them to feel mine so we're like connected. So if they like at the end I want to engage with them and ask them, does anyone have any any questions or do they have a like anything they want to say? That way to get them engaged also.
Yeah.
I want them to know I want you to come to me.
I keep that energy in check. Like just speaking from speaking from my own personal experience, I'm going to tell you a short, quick story. My brother in law is an artist, and his wife doesn't like me. She's never liked me. We've never gotten along. I used to be very good friends with my brother in law until she hit the scene. But as soon as she did hit the scene, his art sales plummeted. And he wasn't doing anything differently. But when she would go to his art shows, she was like walking around, hovering, and like, oh, do you like that piece? Oh, yeah, he worked very hard on that piece. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, you
like
don't want to hover.
not just no, you don't want to hover, you don't want to bring the energy with you inside of you of come to me, I need clients. It's a very
Yeah,
thirsty
that's true. Yeah,
feeling. Like you don't want to take that. What you want to do is you want to get excited about the message that you have to share. You want to bring
yeah,
the energy of excitement that I know what I'm talking about and I'm excited to share it with you. People
yeah.
respond to that, but like it's of neither here nor there whether these people sign on to work with you. You're building your audience, you're getting your
Yep.
message out there, and some of these people might not sign on with you immediately. They might sign on with you
No.
2 years from now, you know? That's happened to me a lot of times. Some people, like, they follow me for years. They've never become a client, but all of a sudden, lo and behold, right now is the time. That's not your business. Your business is to just get out there and do what you do. And
Yeah.
we aren't thirsty for sales. You know,
No.
that has an
I,
energy that will repel people like nobody's business. It's I'm speaking from personal experience here. Um,
and that's where I think a lot of the times was I think a lot of my people I talked to could feel that hover that
that thirsty,
like
yeah,
yes. So I
desperate.
yeah. So I gotta get. I'm not desperate, but I want to. I'm passionate, so I want to get the message across. Yeah, because I don't. I really don't care if they see me or see the next person on the next booth. At least hear what I'm saying and give it a thought. You know,
Yeah,
and
invite
go with
them
who you resonate with.
if they show an interest in your work. Absolutely pitch an offer. Say I
Yeah.
have this really exciting offer that I'm unrolling as of today. It's only being made available to participants of this fair. People like an exclusive deal. They like it, makes them feel
Oh.
special.
Okay.
It makes them feel like, ooh, because I'm here, I get access to this window that nobody else that this lady encounters has access to. Ooh, yeah, tell me more. I'll bite, something only for participants of this metaphysical fair, or something that only is good. Like, I sold so many of my offer yesterday for my birthday special because it was only available for one day and I only do it for
Yeah.
like once a year, like and people
Yeah.
bite that because they're like, ooh, I'm in on this thing that it's like it's exclusive, it's fleeting. I better grab it before it's gone. This is something that this is more about neuroscience than business marketing, but the two intersect. Like if people
Hmm.
feel as though they're given access to something that either other people aren't being given access to or that it's like about to go away, they have a FOMO thing, a fear of missing out. And they jump at
Yeah.
that more quickly, especially in the metaphysical industry. If like people will attribute it to, oh man, I'm seeing this for a reason. Oh, wow, this girl is talking about something that I was just thinking about in the shower. It must be a sign, you know? And it is.
Yeah.
Most likely it is. Tell them that it is. Explain to them that this is exactly what you are feeling that it is. If you are feeling this right now, explain to them why. You know, it helps them through the navigation of making sense of what it is that they're experiencing, and people will pay you for
Yeah.
that. And there was another thing. Oh yeah, meditation. Whenever you guide, I think guiding people through a visualization or a meditation is an excellent idea. Demonstrating the quality, giving them a sample of what they can experience with you is
Yeah.
excellent. One piece of advice, share with them what they are about to do, what you are about to do before you do
Yeah.
it. Tell them what they're
Okay.
going to get from this experience. Tell them what is going to happen, in the event that they are able to clear their mind and really center in and ground with you in this present moment. Tell and give them also, if you're not quite feeling it, if you're having trouble doing this or that, you might not quite get there, but that's okay. Explain to them if they don't, things that might pop up in their mind about resistance. Explain
Hmm.
why they might be experiencing that. What it does is it reassures people that there's not A, something wrong with them, or B, something wrong with you, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it shines the light of authority on you in what it is that you do, because you know what the fuck you're talking about, because you're explaining it to them right now. They're being
Yep.
given privy to that, right?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. And as far as your meditation goes, Nicole, your personal meditation of preparing for this, I want you to center into the space of excitement about this. And I want you to hold sacred space for that excitement. If you need to visualize your excitement about this incredible opportunity as like this flame that you are protecting and keeping it kindled and keeping it burning. It doesn't matter what comes out of the woodwork, if mom is texting, or if daughter is over here, or if this bullshit tries to emerge. Hell no, you ain't touching my flame. My flame
Uh-huh.
is sacred and it is protected. It is safe. I am guarding it with all that I hold dear, right? Like,
Yep.
and when you go into meditation, you watch that flame grow and you're going to feel it well up inside of you. And you're going to feel it just kind of surge through you. And you're going to be able to step into that space, into that flame of excitement when you get up in front of everyone. And you're going to know what you need to say, and
Yeah.
knowing that you're going to know that. Stepping into that knowing, like a certainty. If that needs to be something different, perhaps that knowing is this grounded tree that has deep roots that do not waver in any wind. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, what wind blows, what people are talking about, if anyone's sneering or being like, oh, I don't know what she thinks she is. I don't like this lady, whatever. Like, no wind is swaying that tree of certainty that you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do. You are
Yep.
showing up in service. You were guided here. You know exactly where you are and what you are about. You are meant to be here. You are able to take this space. Not even able, this is your birthright. Your soul fucking planned for this before you got
Oh,
here, Nicole, right? You
yeah.
know, you know that it did. You don't need to hear like any people's words. That's cheap. You don't need to internalize that. You don't need to absorb any of that. You just let that shit blow on by your tree. Bye-bye. Right?
Yep. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sit and meditate under your tree at the hearth of your flame. Let it warm you, let it shade you, and know that you are guided and protected. If visualizing
Yeah.
these sequences, and it can be whatever you want. This is just what came to my mind in this moment. It can be whatever you want. You visualize those things before you go up there. When you're meditating, this is what adds credence to like your decisions and your craft, right? Oh, I'm hearing a sound in the background. Is someone there?
No, now it connected it unconnected from my headphones, but now then it reconnected by itself.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
It's like a YouTube video or something?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to just give you those bits of advice before your big day. And I want you to keep me involved in this. Like you have through April 30th with me in Telegram
Okay.
to stay
Okay.
connected with me. And this will mark the end of our time together that we allotted in that contract. And if you want to
Yep.
continue your time with me, I absolutely welcome you to do so. I'd love to continue working with you, but I want you to make the most of this pro bono space that I've allotted for you. And
Yes.
I want to help you get there. It's never going to be about making the money. The money is a
Nope.
byproduct. The money is a byproduct of the success that I am helping you to nurture and to kindle and to cultivate. Okay?
Yep.
So keeping our eye on that prize, our tree of certainty and our flame of excitement about everything that we have, that you've achieved. You left a job that did not feel aligned with what you want to be doing. Look at the
Hmm.
wealth that you have. You have a partner who is supportive of you and is walking alongside you in this venture. What a gift. How wealthy we
Yeah.
are. Yes, universe, I receive this wealth and I welcome more. I welcome more. I welcome more. Say it 3 times during meditation, 3 times. It brings it into your orbit. It solidifies it. Speak it out loud. I would practice your presentation in front of a Zoom meeting like this. Get a Zoom account, and that will
Okay.
help you if you want to start your YouTube channel too. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay for a Zoom account. It can be free. It will shut off after 40 minutes. I think you can only have meetings up to 40 minutes long, but it will give you a platform. And here's a crux, something I thought of early this morning that I wanted to say to you. That uncertainty and that feeling of that lack of confidence, that feeling of low self-value, those things that creep in and
Yeah.
try to take root, this will help you with that. Make a
Good.
video
Because
of yourself. Make a video. Give your presentation as though everyone is in front of you. Like actually go into meditation and envision everyone that's coming to this metaphysical fair that's going to see you present. But perform in front of this Zoom video, record it, and watch it. Go back and watch it.
okay.
You will probably cry. You will probably have those
Yeah.
feelings well up in you. sit with it, allow your heart to break, but sit with it. And like, if you have to pause it and go collect yourself, then come back to it and continue. Do this periodically, and it will become easier and easier to do so. And then soon you won't mind. Like, it will actually be exciting, the notion of uploading these videos, these presentations to YouTube. It'll be some.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that myself, but I did it with Facebook Lives, and it was very nerve-wracking. I was very afraid of crying in front of people, but I just made
Yeah.
myself do it. And eventually people start like resonating with you, and they start like, wow, I love what you're saying. And it's hard to receive those things too, just as in a strange way, just as hard as it is to receive the hatred and the
Yeah.
malicious comments. It's hard to receive the compliments too. We
Yeah.
need to open ourselves and welcome them. What we'll normally do in that stage is we'll like bat them away and, oh, you're amazing too. And it's like a volleyball, like, or a ping pong, like, oh, push that back at them.
It's
I
like,
don't
yeah,
receive
it's
it.
like, oh, I don't want to hear that. Same to you. Yeah, push it
Yeah.
back to you.
No, 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 no. We open ourselves and we let it seep into our pores. As strange and uncomfortable and as awkward as that may sound and feel, you allow it to happen, and it becomes easier and easier to do. And that's my advice. That's what I've got for you, my dear. And I
Well,
want to hear updates.
you gave me a lot of advice. I just wrote down 3 pages.
Well, I'm going to get you this
Thank you.
video too. This video is
Yes.
yours. That this is
Okay.
this is how I work with clients. I meet them where they're at. Some of my clients are making oodles more money than I am, but they need help with this shit too, Nicole. It's not just you.
Yeah.
Or they'll go through a rough patch and they'll get thrown right back into all this shit that they thought they already covered and fixed this. They thought they already healed from it.
Yeah.
It's gonna come up periodically. But what I'm doing is I'm giving you the tools that have helped me, that I've used, and I have to continue to use them too. You're not alone, girl. You're
Yeah.
not alone
I know.
here.
It feels like sometimes I am, but I know I'm not. It's all in my own head. I guess gotta
We
push those thoughts out.
So, like, you, I guarantee it, you have certain gifts and strengths that others don't, and you don't even know that you have them because it comes so effortlessly, you don't even notice it. But to other
Yeah.
people, it's like, that's like they're in a famine of needing that. But then
Yeah.
certain people, they have a surplus of something that you are in need of. We all have like these different levels of these different elements that together come together to make a concoction of the success we envision. And that's the last thing I'll leave you with. I want you to sit down and write down what you want. What
Okay.
do I know it sounds easy. It ain't easy.
No,
I
it's
have
not.
to go back and I have to redraft this shit myself every year or two, because honestly, what we want, it's like this fluid changing thing. We think we want this thing, and then you'll get that thing, and then you realize, I don't fucking want that shit. I don't want that at all. Like, so
Yeah.
we have to go back to the drawing board. What do I want? You have to keep going back to that drawing board. But write it out instead of I want this. I I actually love having this. Even if it feels weird at first, even if it feels like, oh, but I don't have it yet. I love having this. And then whenever you get like a trickle in of a little of that energy, savor it like it's a fine wine. I love having this. I love this. And stoke your fire of excitement about it. Take the
Yeah.
moment to do that. It's easy to get caught up in the videos and the trainings, and you're trying to get the thing that works and trying to apply the thing that's going to get you what you want. But if you don't sit down and decide what you actually want, ain't none of it going to get you nothing.
No, that's true.
Sit with yourself more often than you're sitting with other personalities, voices of
And that's
wisdom.
what, yeah, that's what I've been failing to do. I this whole time I've been still haven't had time for myself to just meditate and reflect because I've been just busy trying to get certain things set up or whatever. It's like stop. I forget to stop and be in the moment. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to work on these next couple days before the fair is to do the meditation more and self reflect, like you're saying.
We have to detox these things sometimes. We have to
Yeah.
I have had to detox videos on YouTube. Like, cuz I would get into a zone where that was all I did all day long. What we're actually it's okay to receive sources of inspiration that stoke our fire. But once it
Yeah.
becomes they have everything and I have nothing, it's all about the energy that we are fostering within ourselves while we are engaging in that. That's where the truth actually lies about what it is that we're doing. It can turn
Yeah.
into something that's not balanced, and it's not going to do anything for you establishing your authority as a provider if you are giving that power away constantly to others. Even if you are inspired by them, that's great. Get inspired and then turn that shit off and go and sit and write down what Nicole wants and what Nicole intends to do and start setting the boundaries. Don't let mom invade into this sacred space with her texting or her calls. There might even be elements of going to Rick and saying, Rick, I need 30 minutes of designated sacred space where I'm going to have no videos and I'm going to be here with myself, meditating and deliberating on paper about what it is that I want. And I
Yeah.
bet he'll be like, cool, take it. I will be your protector and guardian of that sacred space. He'll do that, right?
He said that many times to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Take him
In the
up
exact
on
words you
it.
said.
Take
I
him up
am.
on it.
You hear that, Rick?
Please. All right.
I will.
Do you have any other questions for me in our last 3 minutes? I want you to keep me updated in Telegram about what it is that's going on, how the fair goes, any questions you have. I'm here Monday through Friday for you. That's what Voxer support is.
Okay. Yes,
But
I
if
will keep you
you,
updated.
okay, any other last minute questions face to face for me right now, Nicole?
No, because you actually, everything I was worried about, you actually gave me ideas to help me get over it before Friday. So I appreciate it.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. I am rooting for you, my dear. I want to see you win. Okay? I want to
Okay,
see
thank you.
it. You have to want it too. You want
I
to
do. I
see
want
you
it.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Go get that shit, lady. I'm ready. I'm ready to see it. All right. All right. You give Rick my best. I'm giving you a
I
big
will.
hug. And stay tuned to YouTube. Harrison is going to be featured on my YouTube podcast pretty soon. So I
Okay,
figured
yes.
I'd let you know. And I'm excited. He actually messaged me this morning. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So,
You're like, hell yeah, let's do a
yes.
repeat.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't
Yes,
been
I will
on
have to follow that.
screen
I love
together.
Harrison. I love you.
Yeah,
Yes, I
no,
can't. I'll
he's
have to watch that.
amazing. He is amazing. I love I love meeting on screen with him. And he's a perfect example. Let's end with that. He is a
Yeah.
perfect example of the energy that you bring somewhere. Like you can feel what energy
Hmm.
he's coming with. But interesting thing about Harrison, he has very strict boundaries. He doesn't let
Yeah.
anybody disturb his peace. Have you noticed that about him? He is a fierce
Yes, I
protector
have.
of that. Mm-hmm.
And you have to be. That's what I'm learning. You have to protect yourself. You can't always try to make everybody else happy if it doesn't make you happy. I mean,
Of
yeah,
course not.
he's no. That's what I'm still learning to do that too, Jen. Sorry.
Oh no, it's a lot easier said than done. I believe he, like me, we've both struggled with exactly what you're struggling with right now. A lot of people, and a lot of people struggle with it, and we're very compassionate people that care about others, and we want to be of incredible service to this world, and that's where
Yeah,
that rut of people pleasing, that's where it comes from. It can lead into that very easily. It comes from a beautiful intention, but
yeah,
we have to be very aware of the energy that we ourselves are communicating to our external environment, and that includes other people. And we are responsible for setting the stage and the boundary by which that process happens. And you're a
yeah,
creator. You're creating your own universe, walking your path, and create intentionally.
yeah.
Mm. All right.
It's beautiful.
I love you. I love Rick. Y'all take
If I could do this, there we
care.
go.
Yes, there it is, a little heart. All right. You keep me posted on everything
I
that
will.
happens this weekend. I will be looking forward to updates, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm here for you, my dear. You take care.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.